Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new, my name is Katie Marie and I'm currently on my budgeting / debt-free journey. And in today's video, we're going to be working on my October budget. And here is the thick washi I'm going to be using from SaraMarie, and it's absolutely adorable. Then we have the thin washies, and I'm thinking of using the very nude color with the pumpkins and leaves to go with it. I think that would be really cute. And then I have the October budget sheet. So here is my 7x9 monthly deluxe planner from Erin Condren. So I'm going to flip to October monthly overview and flip over, and this is where I put my budget. So let's pull out the thick washi. And I'm just laying this down. Okay, now I'm going to take the script sticker for the October budget. This peels off all in one piece. I'm going to lay this down in the middle. And I don't think in the month of September I laid down a thin washi before. I did, okay. So I think I'm gonna do that again. I think I'm going to use this black plaid thin washi that she has, and I'm going to lay it right under the thick washi. Okay. Now I'm going to take the first thin washi, which if you're new, I'll go over it. The first thin washi is income, estimated, actual, and plus or minus. The second thin washi is your total income. Then you can either choose expenses, which is expenses, budgeted, actual, plus or minus, and then you have your totals to close out. Or you can do valuable and fixed expenses. I do both. I don't know if that's necessarily like the right thing to do, but I think it works for me. So I use the valuable and fixed expenses and the totals as well. And then the last thin washi she includes is potential savings and what you actually saved in the month. So now I'm going to take the first thin washi and I'm going to lay it down right under the thin washi that I just placed. And then I completely forgot that I need a ruler to draw lines. Now I'm going to also take the total income, and I only get one income, so I'm only going to skip one line, and we're going to close this out. Okay, so my first and only income is TH, and I'm going to estimate that I'm going to bring home $1,703.91. So now I'm going to draw my lines in. And now under estimate, I'm just going to write $1,703.91. And then at the end of the month, that's when we fill in the actual and if we were over or under. Okay, next is expenses. So I'm going to lay the expenses down. And for expenses, I indicate what my bills are for the month. Okay, and then now I'm going to also lay down the total expenses. I do have a new expense that's a monthly expense, and that's Apple TV Plus for $4.99. So I need to skip 6 lines. And right on the 7th line is where I'm going to indicate my totals. Now I'm going to draw my lines. First is Apple storage from my cell phone. And I'm going to budget $2.99. And then at the end of the month is when we fill in the actual and if we were plus or minus, and then we'll add up the actual column. And if we were over or under any, we'll add that column up too at the end of the month. So storage, I forgot to write storage. This is the first time I'm adding 6 lines in my expense category, so I hope I have enough room for my valuable, fixed expenses, total, and total potential. So we'll see. Fingers crossed that we have room. Then now we have Apple TV. And that is $4.99 a month. Next is Care Credit, which is my first credit card. And I'm going to budget this at $29 as my minimum payment. Next is Discover, which is my last credit card. And I'm going to estimate this one as a $108 minimum payment. Next is Sprint, which is my phone bill. And I'm going to estimate my phone bill to be $112.63. And I just go off what the statements say, because I do sometimes get the statements early, and then some of my budgeted amounts are what my last payment was. So then lastly is Xfinity, which is my Wi-Fi, and this is $115.37 is what I'm budgeting. $115.37. So now I'm going to grab my calculator and I'm going to add all of this up. So my budgeted expenses is $372.98 for the month of October. Okay, now we're going to go to the valuable side. And this is only like a half thin washi, so I don't think I'm gonna leave a gap. I think I'm gonna leave it, put it like right under the totals. And then I'm going to first add my totals. And for my valuable, I only have 5. So I'm gonna skip 5 lines. And then on the 6th line, add my total. Okay, now I'm gonna draw my lines. My valuable is in alphabetical order. I forgot to mention, all of my bills I put in alphabetical order. So the first one is my debt snowball. And I'm going to budget this to be $161. So $161 is what I'm going to budget as my extra debt payment for Care Credit. Next is groceries, and I budget $300 a month for groceries. So $150 the first paycheck and $150 the second paycheck. Next is rent. Rent is to my parents. I just help with like bills and groceries and stuff like that. And that is $300, and I split that twice too. Next is spending. And spending gets $200, so $100 first paycheck and $100 a second paycheck. And then lastly is unbudgeted. And I don't normally put anything for unbudgeted. I just like to have it just in case something comes up and I have a spot to place it. It's going to be $961. Now we're going to go into the fixed expense side, which are my sinking funds, and these are going to be in alphabetical order as well. and I'm just gonna put it right next to where for my valuable. And now I'm going to add the totals down, and for fixed we need to skip 8 lines. And then on the 9th line is where I'm going to put my totals down at. And we might have just enough room for potential savings and a cute thin washi to close this budget out. So I'm super excited that that worked out. So now I'm going to draw my lines. So for my fixed expenses is AAA. And this is just for towing, and this is for the membership for the 2021. I had already paid my membership for 2020 already. So I'm going to budget $16 for the month. I do have a new one. This is going to be business. And I'm going to add $5 a paycheck, so it's going to be $10 a month, which probably is going to be changing, but I just want to like have something in there. Next is Christmas, and this is for Christmas for this year, and I'm budgeting $80. Then next is Costco, and this is for the 2021 Costco renewal. I already paid again for Costco for 2020. And so that is $6 a month. Then we have medical. And this is just for any co-pays and picking up my prescriptions. This gets $10 a month. Next is moving out. And this gets $20 a month. So $10 a paycheck. Next is Shadow, which is my cat, and this is saving for a vet bill that was unexpected and I put on my credit card. So I wanted to save up the money that I spent on my credit card and just pay it off. So that is $10. And then lastly is taxes, and this is just for the tax fee to pay to get my taxes done, and this gets $16 as well. So let's add this up. $168 is the amount that I'm going to now be putting into my sinking funds every month. Okay, now I'm going to put the last thin washi, which is potential savings and what my actual savings will be at the end of the month. Okay, so my potential savings is $50 a month. And I messed up already. It used to be 80, but since I switched banks, I changed it to 25 every 2 weeks, and I don't know how to change it, so I'm just leaving it as $50 a paycheck. And now I have just enough room to close this out, and I think I'm going to use this top one just to close out this spread. That is everything for my October budget setup. If you guys enjoyed, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe. Turn on your post notifications so you'll be notified every single time I put out a new video. Bye.